Creating wallpapers in Blender can be simple. I'll show you how to do it. So first of all, let me just delete this. Make a new camera and try to match it here. So add a new panel, just remove this stuff out of the way. So we'll add the plane. We'll go to modifiers and we go to ocean. So it's like this. Let's just move the camera a little up so we see what we're doing. This resolution is on the viewport, so whenever we add up, we see it. But when we add this one up, we don't see it because it's in the render. So the highest I can put is, I think, 30. So if you have a RTX GPU, like you have a strong one, you can put till 30. I don't know if you have a bigger one, you can put more, but it's up to you. You must be careful because it will crash. So mine is 30 max. Try to make this one as small as possible so it's a resolution, it doesn't crash. It doesn't crash. Now, what we can do here to make this one move. We go to time, we just make a new keyframe, press either I or just we press this button. Well, then we go to, so we just make it somewhere around here. Something like 17, I don't know. So yeah, so it basically looks like this. So we can make this one go all the way, like it stays constant. So we go right click, interpolation mode, linear. So like it's not, there's no smooth start or smooth end. So afterward, let's try to fix this. Let's make it a little better. We can go to waves, we can select the waves. We just made the waves bigger. Let's just try to make this one a little longer. So yeah, this. Now let's try to go to the camera. So basically this one is our inspiration. You can check other inspiration, it doesn't matter. Like you need always to use inspiration, not just from your mind. Try to expand yourself, basically. Now, let's try to make this one to 0, 90, somewhere around here. So this one, it seems to be a little focal length a lot, so it's like this somewhere. So we'll try to make we'll try to find a good spot for the camera. So we can still play with the settings of the ocean. So we can go to alignment. So you see how it goes. And now one. So now we can play a lot. So we can change the direction a little. So around here. Now try to add a material. So make it like roughness to 0, transmission to 1. So it's something like this. Let's just go to the world properties, go to the color, sky texture, and just make a real quick environment. So make the altitude like 8K. Yeah, somewhere around there. Try to change the sky elevation so we just see what we are doing basically. We can play with focal length a little. So basically we just good part. We can still play with the modifier until we bake it. So before we do that, we can still change it. We can do. I found a good spot right here. We go to the camera. Let's just try to make this one a little up. Now, let's add a little tiny detail. Wait, what if we find a close wave somewhere? Something like this. We can maybe add another one. So it's like this. So try to add a empty, and we will call this one focus. So now when we go to object constraints and we track to, and we just select this one to the focus, we will basically it will control, like I said in the previous tutorial. So do the same thing, but just go to the camera and just go to the depth of field, just select this one and just do the same stuff we just did. So like if we do this, you see a major update. Like with this one, the focus, it works. So just do the place 2 with the ratio 2. That will be my settings for this one. So let's just try to make, we just need to find the perfect spot. We can small it a bit up. We can play with the focus. So let's see if we like this. So let's try just to add the resolution a little more, 20. So you see how it fixes. So we will leave it like this. We can play a little more, like let's try to see with the ocean what we can do. We can leave something like this. Ozone we can add just a little more, somewhere around here. Now go to the render properties and go all the way down to color management, and then go from look to high contrast, something like this. Like if you want just to leave it in Photoshop, we will leave it in Photoshop. So just choose medium high contrast. We will not play with it for the moment. We can add another detail in the ocean material. So let's try to add a bump and a musgrave. So add height with height, sorry. Normal with normal. Let's just not make this one a little too much. Add distance like 0.20, somewhere around here. So let's just see what we're doing actually. So try not to make the distance this much. So try to add little less details. We can do something like this. You can check how it looks like. So we add this detail we see right here, but it doesn't look that right. So let's just try to decrease it somewhere to just like this. Not too much, not like, find the perfect part. Can make it a little less, somewhere like this. So it's somewhere around 0.89. Looks good. So we'll leave it like this. Now let's just go to the render settings. Now it's a 4K, so since it's a 4K, we'll need to use less samples. So for this one, we will use 256. It's good. Then I just press the optics. We go to motion blur. We add a motion blur. It will look good because this is moving. It will add a look, but we will not make it too much. So let's just like put it 0.39, somewhere in there. We go to film. We add this one 1.41. This will basically, it will sharpen the render. Then the next part, we will go to performance, add persistent data. And then basically you're done. You will just press F12. Then don't forget, like we said earlier, we'll just go put the original, which one it was, like the 4K part. So now we can hit F12. By the way, go to the format and just change it from this one to this one.